Cunning Iggy. Once there was a blind old dinosaur who lived near a dinosaur orphanage. The kind dinosaur used to gather food for the orphans and feed them in her cave. Near the cave lived a cunning iguanodon dinosaur, Iggy. Every day she looked at the orphans being fed and felt envious. She decided to dupe the blind dinosaur and pretend to be an orphan. No one suspected anything foul until one day some iguanodons were passing by when they spotted Iggy, thus unfolding Iggy's lie in front of everyone. Hurt at being fooled, the orphans beat Iggy up, forcing her to run away. Running for her life, she went straight to her own brethren, the iguanodons. But they already knew everything, so they refused to accept someone so evil. Forced to flee, she became a wanderer. But she learned her lesson, not to pose what you are not, because affectation seldom works. The Jealous Dinosaur. Mike, a Majungatholus dinosaur, lived alone in a large forest. Every morning he'd head out in search for food, and each evening he'd spend hours hunting for a place to sleep. One morning, waking up in his makeshift home, Mike saw two adult Malovisaurus dinosaurs slowly walking to a cave and an old dinosaur coming out with food for them. For days, he noticed the routine. Immediately, Mike felt jealous of the two. He went up to the Malovisaurus dinosaurs and said, "It is unfair that you both get fed by that kind dinosaur without making any efforts. You are lazy and privileged." Large and tall, the dinosaurs bent their long necks in the direction of Mike's yelling and said, "What seemed privilege to you is a need. We are blind and can't hunt ourselves. You are too hasty to envy the conditions of others, not seeing your own privileges." The Double-Crosser Friend. Once upon a time, two young dinosaurs, Sam and Cam, went out into the forest together to hunt for food. They made an agreement to divide the hunt equally. They hadn't proceeded too far into the forest when they met a large dinosaur. Cam sneakily approached the dinosaur and promised to trap his friend Sam for the dinosaur to gorge on. But if and only if he would pledge his word that Cam's own life should be spared. On his assuring Cam that he would not be injured, Sam was led to a deep pit, and everything was contrived in such a way that he should fall into it. The large dinosaur, seeing that Sam was trapped in the pit, immediately clutched Cam's neck and then attacked Sam at leisure. He chuckled to himself and said, "How naive of a traitor not to accept treachery," and he nibbled on his hunt. The Fighting Friends. A Jobaria, a Minmi, and an oviraptor dinosaur were the best of friends. Ever since childhood, they did everything together. But being different types of dinosaurs with different habits and different needs, they sometimes clashed. One such day, Jobaria, a plant eater, and Oviraptor, a meat eater, were fighting over what their Minmi friend should eat. Jobaria insisted on plants, whereas Oviraptor insisted on meat. One day, Minmi ate just plants, and on the very next hunted for meat. When their fight got intense, they wouldn't let Minmi eat what the other one suggested. So Jobaria would hide the meat and the oviraptor would prevent Minmi from eating any plants. Unfortunately, all this meant starvation for the poor Minmi. Eventually, Minmi got unwell because of the days of starvation. She realized that one day one may have nothing to yield if one yields to everyone's desires.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.